Chidran, what down to Chidran? What down to?
Good afternoon. You are now about to see a presentation on the urban community development activities. Means mostly which are the activities been framed for the welfare of the poor. Means upliftment of the below poverty line. Kirunachari garu to kindly take over the mic and give a brief presentation.
Very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. For the past 3 days, you have been going through various sessions. In fact, if you have attended the first session, voice of children. Once again, very warm welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I was about to tell that you have been here for the past couple of days. I think on the first session, the voice of children, you might have experienced one small boy, Rajkumar. He was talking about the urban life. In general, when you talk about urban life, most of the times, in fact, you have been shown this HSC center only. Sprawling environment, we see all facilities available. But the session was started with a person who is living in the same city, which we call Metropolis, with all troubles. Basically, the area is a slum area. So why I am stressing on that is, if you take the crux of the entire sessions, the basic question is development and sustainable development. But more so we see in the areas of latest development, but we forget the areas where the slums are there, which are primitive to any area. It is prevalent especially in developing countries, and India and Hyderabad, of course, the state of Telangana is no exception. So, my point is, there are developmental areas, rather satellite townships, smart cities, and industrial development areas, different areas developed into a modern, say, township kind of thing with all facilities, but we are forgetting. However, due to various regions, they have been, say, subjected to different set of systems. And India, we have a welfare state mechanism under which most of the welfare schemes are aimed at the poor. So since we are talking about urban, it is about urban poor. For the betterment of the life of the urban poor, in this Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, we have a wing called Urban Community Development. Basically, it aims at improving the quality of the urban life. So, how to improve the quality of the urban life? Certainly, to improve the quality of the urban life, we have to know what is the life, what they exactly require, and how to derive the deliverables so that they can reach the people, and over a period of time, they can come out of the problems they have. So for this purpose, we have enough schemes to implement. So just a minute, I will deviate from this. So in our urban community development, we implement different schemes, say Government of India schemes, Government of Telangana schemes, the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh before division, and Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, the local body, the union government, which derives certain schemes for the poor, the state governments which have their own schemes, and of course the local body has its responsibility, primarily the body to implement the schemes of all these, the urban community development wing of the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. We have our own schemes. So these are implemented through the administrative mechanism we have. But to make the society know about the schemes and to make use of the best possible results, so whatever the schemes are aimed at, there has to be institutional mechanism. So for this purpose, the basic objective of this urban community development is to develop an institutional mechanism whereby they can be supported financially with social security. So these are the basic things, and we are also providing livelihood support to them. So in a nutshell, I can tell you the things which are happening under urban community development institutional building. This is through formation of self-help groups. Means probably in some other countries, probably if you know, there are neighborhood committees some areas. In some countries they call them as neighborhood committees. So 10 to 15 people. In some countries it is there, not for women exclusively, but here we have exclusively for women. So 10 to 15 people make into a group, which is self-help group or neighborhood committee, whatever you call depending on the area. In Hyderabad, in say Telangana, we call it as self-help group. So 10 to 15 poor women of homogeneous nature, means doing the same say work, say living in a same locality, so accessible to each other, form into a group. So 10 to 12 groups of PPL family form into a group. Now we have almost 39,000 self-help groups in the area of GHMC. And here I would like to add one more point. In the area of GHMC, we have, and the population is about 20 lakhs, you can imagine. 20 lakh population is there in the slum areas alone in the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation area. So basically we aim at them, our services are deliverable to these people who are living in the slum areas. So we have 39,000 groups, and again in the institutional building we have hierarchy, different setups. First there is SHG, after SHG we will form slum level federation. That is 15 to 25 self-help groups form into a slum level federation. So it is a bit more higher body. Then we have town level federation. So these slum level federations form into a town level federation at the circle level. In the GHMC administrative setup, we have head office, zonal level and circle level. So circle level, we have town level federation, because most of the since you see the number is 40,000, nearly 39,000. Each comprising of say 10 to 12 people. You cannot imagine calling 4 lakh people, or you cannot imagine propagating whatever you are supposed to propagate to them directly. So for this purpose, we have separate setups. This town level federation is the single point contact through which we disseminate the information regarding the schemes implemented, regarding the programs implemented, so that they can have better awareness, better understanding, and the information percolates in a standard and a specific manner from town level federation to slum level federation, and slum level federation to self-help group, and ultimately to the women. So this is what the basic setup. So I was referring to financial support. The foremost thing is financial support. In urban areas especially, though you find a lot of employment and livelihood, in the slum areas you see they don't have enough financial credit or financial support, because they don't have access to institutional credit. These regular financial institutions say do not give them loans. Generally there are different set of rules for each financial institution, let it be banks or private financial institution. So they are not allowed to, say rather in fact, enter the banks. This was the situation. Now with this self-help movement, what we have been doing is, we are tying up this financial assistance part. Means we are linking these self-help groups to banks. So the banks will provide assistance in the form of loan, starting from 50,000 to 75,000 rupees per a group based on their saving capacity. For this purpose, we provide them trainings, we educate them how to get the loan, how to utilize the loan, how to repay the loan, and at the same time how to sustain themselves financially by supporting themselves through the assistance given by the government. So here we provide them bank linkage. You can see last year, that is 13-14, we have provided nearly 173 crore rupees of bank linkage.
What is crores? We don't understand.
Yeah, 1 crore is 10 million.
So that's what it will be 122 million.
So, yeah. You know terminology, right? No issues.
1,072 million.
Okay, yeah. So this is what the amount we have provided. You can imagine that. So this we have been doing, and in fact this year alone, till date we have provided about 52 crore rupees of bank linkage. So this is the direct support given to the SHG women through financial institutions, primarily the government banks. So the financial part is taken care of. The second and the foremost thing is social security. So basically we will provide them loans, we will ask them to maintain their credits, we will teach them financial management, they support themselves. But they are supposed to know what is actually the social security part. What are the social security measures available? You know, in India, we have social security measures for every person, right from employee provident fund to providing government national pension, etc., employee insurance. So these are there, these are not available to individuals. But to make such things available, these SHG groups are provided various, say, opportunity in various schemes. So there are central government programs, there are state government programs. So social security part, the social security part takes care of three schemes are there basically. Just this Bangaru Talli means it is like this is aimed at children. Actually, from the birth of a child to, like if you are coming from northern India, it is like Lakshmi Ladli or something of that sort. It is there in northern India, especially in the state of Madhya Pradesh. The same sort of scheme. So providing support. So the Bangaru Talli is meant to take care of the girl child who is born from 1st May 2013 in a poor household from her birth till she completes her graduation. So the poverty has different dimensions. The basic cause of poverty is lack of awareness, and of course awareness comes through education only. And for this purpose, to support women and to support the girl child, this scheme was introduced. This was launched last year only. In fact, so far some 5,000 odd child registers have happened, and in fact there is a series of incentives. The basic aim of this scheme is providing financial support that to ensure social security to the girl child born into a poor family. So right from her childbirth till she gets graduated, financial support is provided in a phased manner. So there are different sets of amounts starting from 2,500. Like when she goes to school, she will be given some amount. When she attains certain age, then matriculation, intermediate education, graduation, like that, she will be given amount throughout her career till she completes graduation. So the two advantages are they are providing financial support. Apart from this, it is ensured that they go to school. So the dropout rate is reduced. So ultimately there will be social security. So this is aimed at this. And the other thing is Abhaya Hastam. Abhaya Hastam means, say, giving helping hand kind of thing. If you translate that into English, giving helping hand, the scheme itself. So this provides social security, financial stability, and the resultant continuity of dignified life of the women under self-help groups. This is exclusively aimed at self-help groups. This is a kind of insurance scheme actually. Not only insurance, along with insurance, scholarships are provided to the children studying 9th, 10th, intermediate, and pension after attaining the age of 60. All these things are exclusively aimed at SHG women, self-help group women. Say you can see the number so far, nearly 23,000 self-help group women have enrolled under this scheme. So this is a one such social security scheme where insurance is also provided. Insurance is coupled with scholarships to their children from the class of 9th, 10th, intermediate. So then this is Janashri Bima Yojana. That scheme is actually implemented in the state of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh rest by state. This is there all across the country. I was referring to you, we implement different schemes, state, central government, and of course the local body. This is Janashri Bima Yojana. This is also an insurance scheme aimed at poor. This is implemented pan-India. So under this In fact, under the Abhaya Hastam scheme, you have only women eligible for registration. Here, anybody, women family member, but they have to be poor, they are eligible. So, same sort of insurance benefits, scholarship benefits, etc. are there. In fact, for this also, there have been enough registrations and we are doing. Then, apart from poverty, the night shelter, this is what I am talking about actually. You see so many people living without shelter. They sleep on the roads. You might have seen while going through the length and breadth of Hyderabad. People without shelter, say beggars, migrant laborers, those who come for hospitals for their work, they don't find a place or they cannot afford a place to stay. So you see them sleeping on roads, parks, dividers, etc. So to provide them shelter, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has established night shelters in the year 2011. So these night shelters, what do they do is, they are processed, rather function through non-governmental organizations. They are managed by non-governmental organizations. So those who are finding difficult to find a place, especially to sleep during the nights, they are gathered and they will be provided a locker to keep their belongings so that they can come back tomorrow if they have some other work, and they are also provided subsidized meal. This is the basic theme behind the establishment of night shelters. There are 10 night shelters functioning, and in fact, though they have been working, say, night shelters functioning for the past 4 years, it was observed that still there were enough people, say, using these footpaths for their shelter. So a rapid survey was conducted actually to know what exactly was happening in the month of January this year. Then we found that nearly 2,900 people on a single day taking shelter on roads, dividers, just sleeping like that under flyovers. So it was observed that most of them are either beggars or attendants coming with the patients in major hospital. So keeping the need in view, the GHMC has taken a major step to establish permanent shelters. So major hospitals where you find 500 to 1,000 patients coming a day, providing a shelter to those attendants who come along with the patients. So for this purpose, 7 major hospitals have been finalized. In fact, permanent structures are under the process for erection. So once this happens, these shelterless poor especially, they will get permanent shelter at the place, especially the hospital, where they are forced to come along with their say patients, and they cannot afford to stay privately. They are not allowed to stay in the hospital. So which force them to go out and say find a place like divider, etc. etc. This is the concept behind the nation. And this is the latest concept. In India recently, in the month of May, the Street Vendor Act was formulated. So Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has been implementing the Street Vendors Policy 2004 and 2009 guidelines. Of course, now it has become an act. So we are in the process of forming town vending committees. Again, this is once again self-help. So mutual, say, cooperation of the street vendors. You find so many people, say, resorting to vending in the streets, so many carts, etc., etc. These traditional markets are there. So streamlining the traditional markets, avoiding their exploitation and facilitating them through financial support. This street vendor policy has been evolved by the Government of India. This is under the process. So the survey of street vendors, so demarcation of vending zones, no vending zones, restricted vending zones, keeping the traffic flow and the requirement of the area in view. This is under the process. This is the new initiative. Apart from that, there is another vulnerable strata of the society where the urban community development has to focus. Apart from the poor, the vulnerable strata of the society is the senior citizens who do not have enough family support. Most of the times, they are not respected, due respect is not given to them. So they feel that they are deprived of their choice to live. So in order to educate them, in order to support them, the senior citizens welfare activity has been initiated by the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation in the name of ASRA. ASRA means in most of the Indian languages support. So this is what it extends support to senior citizens and facilitates in formation of sustainable organizations. Means these senior citizens, they form into their own groups at the circle level or their resident welfare area level. So they talk to each other. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation facilitates interaction among themselves. They command a common platform. They discuss their issues and they project their problem so that whatever we can do within the framework of the administrative setup or legal setup, that can be extended to them. For this purpose, this ASRA program is there. In fact, so far more than 1 lakh people have taken, the senior citizen persons have taken identity cards to avail the facilities. They have formed into more than 100 senior citizen associations. In fact, 117 the senior citizens association from, but more than 100 have registered themselves. And to facilitate them, we have provided daycare centers. Senior citizens, they don't have work, most of them are retired. So, we have established daycare centers, like meeting points you can say. So, senior citizens can come there, they can discuss their problems, and these daycare centers are provided with equipment, like playing equipment, recreation equipment. Apart from the book deposit centers, a kind of library thing, they will get newspapers, periodicals, so they can share the information. So, this is also a major step. And of course, from GHMC side, we provide 3,000 rupees as honorarium to maintain these daycare centers. Means those senior citizens, they need not to pay anything. They have to come there, they can express their views and probably they can share their feelings, and ultimately they can work for the betterment of their own community and in turn to the society. Next. So then the next advantage, disadvantages and vulnerable section is the disabled. So for this purpose, we have a separate section called Vikasam, which means Vikalangula Karya Sankalpam means empowering physically disabled rather. So providing services to persons with disability. This is the primary objective of this cell. This cell first registers the physically disabled, then provides them the services. Of course, this is modeled in the same category of self-help group movement kind of thing. So these disabled form into groups, then they get financial assistance, livelihood assistance, whatever assistance, medical assistance, they're provided with artificial limbs, operation surgeries, whatever required, if need be. So basically this is what they are also provided bank linkage. They are also provided with this self-help group facility. Of course, special camps, free aids and appliance camps have been organized, and nearly 708 aids and appliances have been distributed. I think you can understand if sometimes they don't know exactly what happens with a small aid. They can live like a normal human being. They don't have enough awareness about how to use or how to make use of the artificial limbs available. For this purpose, we conduct camps, we educate them, we provide them calipers, crutches, we provide them artificial arms, limbs, etc. Depending on the requirement, absolutely free everything. This is also one of the initiatives of the urban community development, exclusively aimed at the PWD section of the society. Then we have discussed about the vulnerable sections, women, and then the senior citizens, of course, then this physically challenged people. Now, the major concern is, in fact, I have told you that we have nearly 20 lakh people living in municipal slum areas in the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. You can expect enough number of youth there. So, in order to provide them proper livelihood, various livelihood schemes have been taken up. Livelihood is such thing, if you provide it, fine. If you don't provide it, it's also fine. But if you provide for some time and if you stop providing, again, what happens, there will be social unrest, especially among the youth. So keeping this in view, we design and derive programs which are continuous, which make them self-sustained and which make them, say, technically skilled so that they can do a job or they can find some, say, work to do as a self-employment. So for this purpose, basing on the demand, these are the programs which we have been doing for the past couple of years. Probably those who have attended the regular sessions under urban poverty and barriers of equity or something, our commissioner has also thrown light on these programs. However, I will quickly go through that. Physical fitness trainers is one thing. Nowadays there is demand in the areas where health, hygiene, fitness is the area. You don't find trainers properly. So for this purpose, we are taking up this in-house training program for the basically the interested youth. They can take up the physical fitness training program and they can earn enough. So they can have their own self-employment opportunities. They can be engaged in gyms, etc., clubs, etc. for this. And these programs, of course, next. So this is what some demonstration of the program, what we do and what they become after completing the program. So some demonstration to create awareness among. Then this is drive and own your vehicle. If you attended the plenary session, probably you might have had enough say information about this. So basically the theme behind is making the driver a owner over a period of couple of years. Instead of making him a driver of somebody's vehicle, providing a vehicle through some financial support from bank or some government institute, then making him a driver apart from being a owner over a period of time. This is the such scheme. This is what, and this is of course the same scheme. It was launched recently. So in fact, these are the vehicles. Probably you might have been flying. Some of you might have been flying in the same vehicles. These are the vehicles we are using for this program as well. Next, since I have been telling about livelihoods, employment is a major part in the livelihood program. That is organized employment. So for this purpose, especially those living in slum areas, you don't expect them to go to any private agency or primesjob.com or naukri.com or any private job portal. So they don't have enough information, they don't have in fact access. So keeping this in view, in GHMC, a scheme called Employment Van and Employment Zone has been created. In this, a van is equipped with all the required facilities, so to exchange information between the employee and the employer. For this purpose, a van is created. This van directly goes to the slum. Instead of the, say, person, rather than needy, unemployed coming, this van goes to the slum and then they will interact with them, they will register them, they will assess their needs. Then if they require training, they will train them and they will try to provide them enough opportunity to get them employed in a better way. So this is what employment van and employment zone is also there. Creating an environment nearby their premises. Say, instead of coming 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, there are zones all across the city. So they can say, drive for 5 kilometers or something and they can reach the employment zone. There you can provide an interface between the employee and the employer. So these unemployed, especially urban poor youth, can be provided a platform to say, have an access to the opportunities, they get assessed themselves and their career can be guided. So this is what the basic aim behind this. This is what I was talking about. This is the van which goes directly to the slums. The urban youth come there. So instead of coming to an office and this van goes next. So this is reverse osmosis water plants. There are two reasons behind this. One is providing livelihood, the second is providing safe drinking water. So especially we have sanitation problem, we don't get proper drinking water especially in the urban slums. So to address that problem, instead of getting say water from elsewhere, sourcing from elsewhere, it is derived to provide say RO water, the reverse osmosis processed water at their doorsteps by establishing reverse osmosis plants. This is still in pipeline, and we are expecting to complete the first phase very shortly within 3 to 4 months. This is also one of such initiatives which provides livelihood apart from addressing a social issue of providing safe, portable drinking water. Then, nowadays play school is a fashion. We have play schools basically for the upper middle class, but the urban poor do not go to a play school. So to make them feel like going to a play school, have an interaction and say live the childhood life before nursery like others, this is a concept called Muskan Play School. So establishing nearly 1500 play schools kind of things in the say at least one in one slum of the GHMC area has been contemplated. So once this happens, the school provides employment to the local person who is working there, apart from providing the play school environment and health education, whatever we give through various play schools and awareness to the children. So to play, to learn, to have interactive learning, this will facilitate that part. These are the initiatives. Some initiatives were exclusively taken by the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. Then, recently, we have conducted a beggar survey. The reason is, though we have been, say, trying to provide them shelters, we are unable to understand the menace of the begging. So, in order to provide them proper space to control the begging in future, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has organized an orientation training program to various NGOs to have a look at the problem of beggars all across the city. So, the basic points of really begging junctions, you can call them instead of traffic junctions. So, selected 100 traffic junctions in Hyderabad and Cyberabad area for survey of beggars. So, after surveying this, it was proposed to provide shelter to them, establish a shelter, that is Gaurav Sadan, shelter for rehabilitation of beggars. So this survey is there, in fact, almost survey is completed. This is also one of such new initiatives undertaken by the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation's UCD, Urban Community Development. So in a nutshell, I can tell you, so the basic aim of the urban community development is to address the problems of the urban community, especially the poor of the urban slums, in order to improve their quality of life. For this purpose, we evolve continuously, we implement various schemes continuously, we learn, and we continue to say devise strategies to address the needs then and there, so that the urban poor especially, they can feel like, say, they are living in an urban area. So, as I was mentioning that Rajkumar, on the first day, the voice of children, he said, such things we may not listen in future. So, this is what we are here. I hope you had enough insights. Thank you very much. Any question, welcome. Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has organized an orientation training program to various NGOs to have a look at the problem of beggars all across the city. So, the basic points of really begging junctions, you can call them instead of traffic junctions. So, selected 100 traffic junctions in Hyderabad and Cyberabad area for survey of beggars. So, After surveying this, it was proposed to provide shelter to them, establish a shelter. That is Gaurav Sadan, shelter for rehabilitation of beggars. So the survey is there. In fact, almost survey is completed. This is also one of such new initiatives undertaken by the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation's UCD, Urban Community Development. So in a nutshell, I can tell you, so the basic aim of the urban community development is to address the problems of the urban community, especially the poor of the urban slums, in order to improve their quality of life. For this purpose, we evolve continuously, we implement various schemes continuously, we learn, and we continue to devise strategies to address the needs then and there, so that the urban poor especially, they can feel like they are living in an urban area. So as I was mentioning that Rajkumar on the first day, the voice of children, he said, such things we may not listen in future. So this is what we are here. I hope you had enough insights. Thank you very much. Any question, welcome.
Related to this slides, any other question? What you want to ask, madam?
Yeah, I asked for this related only. You showed me that Muskan Play Schools, where it was running and where planning.
Training. How can we start? We will start next year together in academic year.
So it is a plan to establish the play schools.
Yeah.
Will be established very shortly. Any other questions, madam? Yeah.
Please.
On their own, and then there are several kinds of risks involved in those play schools. So there comes, whilst there's going to be the training, is there going to be some way to develop norms and standards and regulate those norms and standards?
Set of play schools in India, actually they are called Anganwadis. It is there, actually the regulation is there. But our concept is to make them self-sufficient. Women, basically this is aimed at women. So these play schools are established at a place where the women are there. Actually, in fact, in turn it can develop entrepreneurs. So they will be managing themselves and we will have control. So we are making all arrangements for safety standards, say quality management, etc. Those risks probably I don't have any information regarding the specific risks which you are talking about. But certainly there are child abuse, certain kind of things may be there. But certainly in due course we will take care of those things. Presently we are formulating how to make them better places. Say for even the urban poor, slum dwellers. So this is what the basic theme behind the establishment of play schools.
Salary of events. Salary of events must be high.
Let me tell you, event comes to you. It will assess you. It will tell you what is the job you are doing, what is your profile, and what are the opportunities available here. It is up to you. Which company gives what? How can I say how much salary you will get? For example, you are drawing 5,000. You have come to event. They counsel you. You are provided with an opportunity in 4 companies. One offers 8,000, one offers 10,000, one offers 15,000, one offers 5,000. It depends on you. If you are taken by the 5,000 company, you will get 5,000. If you are taken by the 15,000 company, you will get 15,000. Ultimately, the EVAN will not provide you the job. It will facilitate an opportunity. It will create an interface between you and the employer. It will facilitate that part. Your profile will be created, you will be counseled and you will be analyzed and you will be made known what are the skill sets you have to suit a job. According to your skill sets, you will be asked to go to that particular employer who is available on that day of your approach. Then based on that, you will get your opportunity. That will decide, of course.
Is the
In fact, we will tell you that.
same thing?
Any question?
Same thing we have to know.
Yeah. In fact, we will have lunch there. No. The program is fixed. Actually, same place you will have lunch. Kindly assemble here. Then you will be taken to Vemukunta, nearby place, hardly 20-25 minutes drive from here, within this municipal circle only. There we have arranged an live interaction with the self-help group women. A successful women group.
So it is after lunch?
Yes, it is after lunch. No, not now. It is after lunch. You will have lunch and immediately we will take a.
What time do we assemble here?
Now.
No, after lunch, what time? Now time is 12:27. What time we have to assemble here?
They are saying we will leave 1 o'clock. Everybody. No.
It's not exactly. I saw the went and I decided to enter into an abstract. That is my best choice, and it probably was my So I decided to give it because this was just temporary. This is another one where I live whenever my husband so that was the first time that I and when I finished, I thought it was sort of talking about women and young people who are older and very but when you turn 55, my brother was I started believing
లేదు మొత్తం మీరు దగ్గరకు వచ్చి వాళ్ళని
అమ్మ మీరు అక్కడ తిరగండి అమ్మా అందరూ సార్ అమ్మా ఓన్లీ ఇప్పుడు ఈ గారు ఈసీ గారు వన్ సెకండ్
బస్సుల బస్సుల ఇట్లా అమ్మా
Madam, this is a slum called Venukunta slum. It is in Sherlingampalli circle of Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. So these are the women from this Venukunta slum who are below poverty line. And these women are being organized into a self-help group. Now you are going to meet these members. So this self-help group is Chaitanya Jyoti. Chaitanya Podupu Jyoti Sangam. In this self-help group, this is a Chaitanya Podupu Jyoti self-help group which contains 14 SHG women, 14 self-help group women who formed into one self-help group, and they have formed this self-help group in the year 1997. From 1997 onwards, they are maintaining this group, and they have been having an bank account in the nearby bank, and they have been given 5 times bank linkage. Means they have given bank linkage from a dose of 20,000 rupees in Indian currency. Now they have received 5 lakh rupees of loan. Means 5 lakh rupees of bank loan they have received, and most of these members are into the self-employment livelihood profiles. So each one, some of these SHG members are doing tailoring, means stitching of the clothes. They are into the paper business, means the waste paper collection business, and some of them into the rice grain business. So they are purchasing it and selling the food grains, and one into the mobile shop, mobile repairing, the mobile cell phone repairing. One has an electrical shop, and another into the coconut business. So these are some of the business activities what they are doing, and now I request our project director.
పురస్కరించుకొని అనేక దేశాల నుంచి ప్రతినిధులు వచ్చారు. అయితే అందులో ఇప్పుడు మనకు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళలో బ్రెజిల్ దేశం నుంచి ఉన్నారు, మడగాస్కర్, ఆస్ట్రేలియా, సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికా, ఈ దేశాల నుంచి, ఈజిప్ట్ నుంచి ఒకరు ఉన్నారు. వీళ్ళు మన దగ్గరకు వచ్చి అసలు ఈ మహిళలు పొదుపు ఎట్లా చేసుకుంటారో, అసలు పొదుపు సంఘాలు అంటే ఏంటి ఒకసారి చూస్తాం అన్నప్పుడు మీ దగ్గర అన్ని కార్యక్రమాలు బాగా జరుగుతున్నాయి కనుక మిమ్మల్ని చూసి మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారో తెలుసుకొని మీ నుంచి పూర్తి వెళ్ళి అందులో మంచిగా తెలుసుకొని వాళ్ళు కూడా వాళ్ళ దేశాల్లో ఏమైనా చేయడానికి ఉంటే చేస్తామనే ఉద్దేశంతో వచ్చారు కనుక just I will explain you what your origin actually where you were coming and about the event and the intention behind this visit. Mike. So just before starting this, I would like to inform you that there is a systematic procedure of conducting meetings. They start with a prayer. Then
జీవితాన గెలుపుందని నమ్మకాన్ని
Just in a nutshell, I would like to tell you the crux of the prayer. Actually, there is nothing impossible. If you want to do, if you want to inculcating themselves to move forward. Now, I request them to introduce themselves. Yes, actually, before that, so,
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు ఆర్ విజయ. నేను చైతన్య జ్యోతి పొత్తు సంఘంలో ఫస్ట్ లీడర్ను, ఏనుగుంట సమైక్యలో అధ్యక్షురాలు.
ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ టౌన్ లెవెల్ ఫెడరేషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఏరియా.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు రవీణ. లక్ష్మీ సమితి పొత్తు సంఘంలో ఫస్ట్ లీడర్. వేకుంట మహిళా సమైక్యంలో సెక్రటరీ. నా పేరు సింహానశ్రీ. మా గ్రూప్ పేరు పురుషర్. వేకుంట మహిళా సమైక్యలో ట్రెజరర్ అండ్ కౌన్సిల్. मेरा नाम मीराज है और बिजला ग्रुप की मेंबर हूँ और समिति में वाइस प्रेसिडेंट. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు భారతి. మా రోజా గ్రూప్ నేను ఫస్ట్ లీడర్ని. వేముకుంట మహిళా సమైక్య నంబర్ 1 లో సహ కార్యదర్శి. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు పల్లి. మా గ్రూప్ లైక్ హైదరాబాద్ అందులో ఫస్ట్ లీడర్ని. వేముకుంట మహిళా సమైక్య సాక్షి.
ఇంతవరకు చెప్పుకోండమ్మా.
పంపిస్తాను 50 అంటే 50 లేదంటే ఇక్కడ పాటలు తీసుకొచ్చింది
గ్రూప్లో ఎన్ని సంఘాలు చెప్తే ఫుడ్ సెక్యూరిటీ ప్రోగ్రామ్
మీరు ఒకసారి
హలో,
మీరు మీటింగ్స్ ఎప్పుడు పెట్టుకుంటారో చెప్పండి. మీరు మినిట్స్ చూపిస్తున్నారు కదా, వాళ్ళు ప్రతి నెల 10 తారీఖు అదే చెప్పండి. మీకు ఎన్ని గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎప్పుడు మీటింగ్ పెట్టుకుంటారు, మీటింగ్లో ఏమేమి చేస్తారో అవన్నీ చెప్పిన తర్వాత మీకు
సంఘాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఏమికుంట మహిళా సమైక్యలో 23 సంఘాలను కలుపుకున్నాము మేము. చిన్న సంఘాలు 10 తారీఖు నుంచి 10 లోపల సమావేశాలు మొత్తము అయిపోతాయి. ఆ తర్వాత 15వ తారీఖు వేముకుంట సమైక్య 1లో ఒక లీడర్ ఒక సభ్యురాలు వస్తుంది. ఫస్ట్ మేము
అంటే మొత్తం
చెప్పండి. అదే నేను
ముందు చెప్పండి. ఇంట్రడక్షన్ లెట్ దెమ్ ఫస్ట్ అయినాక వాళ్ళు
23 సంఘాల నుంచి ఒక ఫస్ట్ లీడర్ కానీ సెకండ్ లీడర్ కానీ ఒక సభ్యురాలు ఇద్దరము వస్తాము. గ్రూపు సమావేశము రౌండ్ గా కూర్చొని ప్రేయర్ చేసుకుంటాము. ఫస్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత పరిచయాలు అయిన తర్వాత గత సమావేశం గురించి ఏం చేశామో మాట్లాడతాము. ఆ తర్వాత డబ్బులు తీసుకొని పొదుపులు తీసుకుంటాము, అప్పులు తీసుకుంటాము. తీసుకొని వాటిని ఎంతైనా జమ చేసి డబ్బుల ముందే మాట్లాడి ఎంతైనా బ్యాంకులో ఇవ్వాలి, సమైక్యకు ఎంత కట్టాలి అన్ని మాట్లాడుకున్న తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మనము ఏం చేయాలి అన్నది కూడా మేము 15వ తారీఖు నాడు మాట్లాడుకుంటాం. కొత్త అప్పులు కూడా ఇస్తాము. చెక్కు ద్వారా చిన్న గ్రూపులకు ఇస్తాము.
Explaining about what exactly their activity, he was referring to the number of small SLTs they have. They are federated into a SLF or TLF with 23 small women groups, and they conduct their meetings from 1st to 10th of every month. During the meeting, they discuss about the events. The events are regarding what exactly had happened in the last meeting. What about the savings and getting back the money lent to others, and then about giving fresh loans. And every time they start their meeting with prayer. This is what she was referring to. Apart from that, they always maintain that the savings they get from their members. This is what she was referring to.
అంటే హోల్సేల్గా రైస్ తీసుకొచ్చుకొని సభ్యులని సేవలకు అవసరం టార్గెట్ చేసుకుంటాం. పోటీ వేసుకొని దీనికి వెళ్ళి హోల్సేల్గా తెచ్చుకొని ఎవరైనా కావాలో తీసుకుంటాం.
మార్జిన్ వేసుకుంటారు లాభం.
సరైన ముందు వాళ్ళు తీసుకుంటాము. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చే నెల ఈ బస్తాలు కావాలని కనుక్కొని వాళ్ళ వీటిలో చర్చించుకున్నాక వాళ్ళు మాకు ఇంత రిపోర్ట్ తీసుకెళ్తారు అన్నమాట. ఇంత కావాలంటే దాన్ని
Since she is referring to an activity which they have been taking up, she is talking about some community participation kind of as society, the whatever food grains required for the group members. As a 250 members, that means 250 families, you can say. For 250 families, food grains they procure and they distribute. But the way of which, since they are taking bulk, they can get a less rate, and this is also a kind of financial management. By spending less amount, they can save. This is what they are adopting here. All food grains, oil, fatty food grains, whatever they can do.
second activity. ఇది ఒకటి అయిపోయింది ఫుడ్ యాక్టివిటీ ఇంకొక యాక్టివిటీ అనదర్ యాక్టివిటీ
Take this one.
The captain got to help the poor people like this if they have any health like health about diseases, small diseases or big diseases. So we kept the box. Every month all the ladies will 100 rupees. Charity, like charity. 100 rupees and we will record interest that money. Again they will pay in 5 or 10 months. Without interest
If they have any problem, so without interest they are rotating the money. So they are also helping group wise. Yeah, of course. Within the group, if somebody has some health issue, if they don't have money, so they have to go to somewhere else, say, paying 50 interest. So instead of that, so they have adopted this system that they will save something from that corpus they will pay.
they don't charge any
become a part of this group. What is the process?
Process means they say that they will save 100 rupees per month something.
Yeah, like if say there's another lady who is from a economic.
So she can join in this is neighborhood. You decide the
No, 10 to 12 can form. Actually, in the presentation I told you, 10 to 12 women can form into a group. That is
Who
essential.
provides the place and all, like this place is a
community
common
hall they will
use?
utilize.
Yeah, this is community hall. This is DHM's property only. This is meant for their activity.
They will come and work.
and we solve the problems fighting between husband and wife or children.
Counseling
Counseling
also.
also
They
they
will
will
Yeah.
They take a counseling also. Family problems.
Family problems.
Comes from outside.
They within the members.
Okay,
They have necessary members.
Okay, they solve each other. One group only or separate?
Yeah, we'll solve the problems between families fighting each other. We'll solve them. Like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, fighting each other. We'll solve them. And husband, wife, any problems will be there. 5 members, OP members, they are office bearers.
So you're each other's strength.
Yeah, strength.
Very good.
Well, let me tell you.
23 groups, total 23 groups, they have 15 to 10 members. In each group, 15 to 10 members.
సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్ వాళ్ళు
Total 23
Okay.
మేడం
Let me tell you, just I'll explain here and demonstrate.
In what district? Or how is it? In this area? This area?
No problem. Just I'll explain to you.
There are lots of groups.
Actually,
So we don't know anything. Now all our ladies going to bank and
Good. So the banking skills.
before the
So there are more than one center, right?
There are 23 groups.
23 SHs, one SLS.
Are they educated also?
Some level.
Some of them are educated.
No, if they are not, is there a provision to educate them?
No.
No, most of them are, in fact, majors in this.
Send their children to
No, they are majors only if there is any informal education.
so now they don't go. These children are the main.
all are not educated.
పిల్లలైతే అందరూ చదివి
For children they are given education level.
see that their children are
సార్ మాకు గ్రూప్ తోని ఏంటంటే పిల్లలకు చదువులకు అవకాశం బాగా ఉంది లోన్ ద్వారా ఎందుకంటే నెల నెలకు కొంచెం కట్టుకోగలుగుతున్నాం కదా బడ్జెట్ కానీ కొత్త వచ్చింది సరిపోకుండా కానీ దాన్ని అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ చేసుకొని పిల్లలు చదివించుకొని లోన్ కూడా కట్టుకుంటున్నాం సార్.
What she is saying is, those they are not educated because of this group activity, they are able to make them children study. So since they are getting loans, they are generating income through various activities. Now they are able to pay whatever the tuition fee or whatever it was. So they are able to pay the amount now, not only depending on the activities, whatever they are doing, they can generate something. In fact, they do something for themselves also. Their routine activity. A loan. This will be an additional financial assistance. So by the way of which they are able to make their children study better. This is what she is saying.
క్యాప్లు కూడా పెట్టుకున్నారు సార్, ఇంకా డబ్బు తీసుకొని ఫోన్ క్యాప్లు, పేపర్ క్యాప్లు.
She is saying that this loan, this assistance.
అందరికీ నా పేరు సుగుణ. నేను చైతన్య జ్యోతి పొదుపు సంఘంలో సెకండ్ ఇయర్ గా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను. నేను ఫస్ట్ నాకు ఈ వెలుగుండలో ఎవరు తెలియదు. నేను 1997లో మా గ్రూప్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది. మా గ్రూప్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి 17 సంవత్సరాలు అవుతుంది. నాకు మామూలుగా చాలా ఇబ్బందులు ఉండేవి సార్. మా పిల్లలు చిన్నగా ఉండేవాళ్ళు. నేను టైలరింగ్ నేర్చుకున్నాను సార్. నాకు టైలరింగ్ కొంచెం అనుభవం ఉండేది. దాంతో గ్రూప్లో నెలకు 50 రూపాయలు కట్టుకు అలా వర్క్ చేశాను. దాంతో కొంచెం గ్రూప్లో లోనే మాకు ఫస్ట్ ఒకసారి 3 లక్షల లోన్ వచ్చింది సార్. దాంతో నేను డబ్బులు తీసుకున్నాను. తర్వాత కొంచెం టైలరింగ్ వర్క్ మంచిగా ఎక్కువ చేసుకున్నాను సార్. తర్వాత ఇంకా మా పిల్లలను కూడా చదివిస్తున్నాను. ఎప్పుడన్నా ఇబ్బందులు ఉంటే కూడా నేను గ్రూప్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి మా పిల్లలు చదువుకుంటున్నారు, నాకు లోన్ కావాలంటే ఇస్తున్నారు. మా అమ్మాయి CA చేస్తుంది సార్. మా అబ్బాయి 9th క్లాస్ చదువుతున్నాడు. మాకు ఆర్థికంగా ఇంకెవరైనా సాయం చేస్తే నేను టైలరింగ్ మంచి పొజిషన్ లో ఉంచి నలుగురికి వర్క్ కల్పిస్తానని చెప్తున్నాను సార్.
Actually, this is a success story. Her name is Suguna. She was referring to what she was doing. She basically works as a tailor, teaching work. Still she is doing. Her success is so much that one of her children is studying chartered accountant course now, CA. So she is so happy. She has got some financial assistance through granting case. Her group got some 3 lakh loan. Some portion has gone to her and she could establish her own tailor shop. Now she is doing very well, and now she is saying that if somebody can assist her financially, she will train others and she will also help others to establish themselves. This is what she was saying.
ఈ గ్రూప్ లో మేము జాయిన్ అయ్యాక చాలా ఆర్థిక సమస్యల్లో మేము ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ గ్రూప్ ఎంతగానో మాకు హెల్ప్ చేసింది. అలాగే మా బిజినెస్ కి మేము కొంత అమౌంట్ తీసుకొని బిజినెస్ చేస్తున్నాము. మా పిల్లలకి కూడా మాకు ఫోన్ బిజినెస్ ఉంది, ఫోన్ బిజినెస్ చేస్తున్నాము. మాకు ఎంతో హెల్ప్ చేసింది. అలాగే మా పిల్లల్ని చదివించుకుంటున్నాము. మేము ఇతరుల దగ్గరికి అప్పు తెచ్చుకోకుండా ఇక్కడ మేము అప్పు తీసుకొని మేము బిజినెస్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఇది మాకు ఎంతో హెల్ప్ గా ఉండేది. మొబైల్ షాప్ ఉంది. 17 years అవుతుంది గ్రూప్.
Bharati, she is also from the same group. It was started in 1997. She has also availed financial assistance through granting case loan. They have their own mobile shop. They have established mobile repairing shop and they have mobile shop, mobile retailer, mobile amtara.
Mobile amtara, repairer.
Mobile. No, yes.
Repair kuda na.
They have mobile repairing and mobile selling shop. So now they have set up a shop for themselves and it is self-sustaining. She is happy to share with us.
No.
Is he happy? Is he No, your husband, not you. Your husband. Who?
ఎవరికన్నా ఆబ్జెక్షన్ ఉందా మీ భర్త
ఈమె మాట్లాడుతున్నాం అర్థమైందా అమ్మ ప్రశ్న అంటే మీరు ఇలా చేస్తుంటే మీ భర్తలు ఏమన్నా అభ్యంతరం
చెప్పు దయాకర్ అనిల్ నువ్వు
ఒకటమ్మా మీరేం చెప్తారంటే గ్రూపులు చేయలేదు ఎంతటి మీరు ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఇప్పుడు ఇండిపెండెంట్
She is also Bharati. She will ask a question. What is the difference actually in experiencing before being a member of this group and after? Actually, she was saying that she didn't even know exactly who was her neighbor. There was no participation at all. Now they have community participation. They know each other. They address each other's problems. Apart from that, they did not know what the banking system was. Now they are going to banks. In fact, they are going on their own without any assistance to banks. And probably what she is meaning to say that probably they provide access to credit. It seems what she is saying. No, but confidence is in fact they got confidence and probably they are identifying with each other very well. With that confidence they are going to back. That's what she was referring. What she is saying, actually before she is dependent, she don't know anything. As a housewife, now she got confidence. She can able to face anything and she can also support her family and her own needs. Before they are alone, now they have a group to support them. Morally and mentally they have a support.
మీదే కానీ సాగు నువ్వే తీయరా గవర్నమెంట్ పేపర్
Yeah, that is there is a housing program that comes through. No, you are asking about the assistance they get from the urban municipal body.
Or government.
That's what I am saying.
Moral support.
Yeah, exactly.
Local society.
It is there.
Then actually.
Yeah.
Do they support their work?
The local body will talk to the bankers and extend the loan and also some subsidies on loan. Some portion of that is free.
No, I am talking about financial assistance and emotional assistance.
The local body supports the SMEs to supply funds. Secondly, the husbands and the family members.
ఇంకో ఇద్దరు ఉంటే అయితే
This is initiated by government only actually. The very essential movement is initiated by government. The government supports at every level. That is, local body we have different persons established here. We have private officer, community coordinator, like that. They will support them.
మీకు గవర్నమెంట్ నుంచి మున్సిపల్ బాడీ నుంచి ఎవరైనా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారా బ్యాంక్స్ అయినా సరే గవర్నమెంట్ అయినా సరే జిఎస్ఎంసీ వాళ్ళైనా సరే గవర్నమెంట్ వాళ్ళు మీకు ఏం సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు అడుగుతున్నారు మీరు చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ
COs వీళ్ళందరూ ఆడతారు కదా.
Scholarships, madam. Scholarships. For education. From government, GSMC, madam. Yeah. For engineering students, they are getting educated free, madam. loans without interest, madam. From bank details.
ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ఉంది కదమ్మా?
Yeah, insurance.
ఇన్సూరెన్స్ గురించి చెప్పండి.
For widows pension, madam.
పెన్షన్.
Pensions are there for widows. And there are some for all ladies, madam. From age. Medicals also, madam. Yeah. Free of cost. Only for operations. Okay.
Different committees themselves. They have community resource persons, they have 5 committees. One of them is health committee, Chepama. Committees. And the subcommittee.
2 times.
And each committee has 3 members. So they discuss specific issues related to that committee. Whenever there is further meeting, this is the meeting.
Here you've got so much more confidence. Has it got to a stage where when something's wrong in your community, you can come together as a group and ask the government to help you change? So is it coming to a point where you get together and say, we need this change in our community? Is it just self-help?
మీరందరూ మహిళలు కలిసి ఇప్పుడు ఇట్లా కమిటీ ఏర్పడుతున్నారు కదా, మీకు ఇంత ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం వచ్చింది కదా, మీరు మీరే సహాయం చేసుకుంటున్నారా, లేకపోతే మీకు ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం వచ్చి మాకు ఇది కావాలి అని మీరు ప్రభుత్వాన్ని అడిగే స్థాయికి వచ్చారా అని అడుగుతున్నారా అడుగుతున్నారు చెప్పండి.
మీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అవి ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి.
हिंदी नहीं आती है, हिंदी में बात करूँगी। सबको मेरा नमस्कार, मेरा नाम मीना है, मैं यही ब्रह्मकुंडा में रहती हूँ। इस ग्रुप में आने से पहले हम लोग को भी बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। ग्रुप में आने के बाद हमको हमने ये किया, ग्रुप में लोन लेना, पैसे देना, लोन देना, बच्चों का स्टडीज ये करना, और ग्रुप में हमने आने के बाद में बहुत से ये केस ये किए हैं। घर में ही रहती हूँ हमेशा। ग्रुप में आने के बाद सबसे मिलना जुलना, थोड़ा एंकरेजमेंट होना, एक ग्रुप में आने के बाद ही हमने सीखा है। और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि ग्रुप में आने के बाद किसी को हेल्प करना, किसी को कोई डिसीजन है हम उनको हेल्प करते हैं। हर महीना हम उनके लिए 100 रुपये जमा करते हैं। किसी को बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है तो ग्रुप से उनको लोन देते हैं बिना इंटरेस्ट पे, और उनको भी सहायता करते हैं। किसी के घर में पारिवारिक जीवन में किसी को कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है तो हम जाके उनको हेल्प देते हैं। किसी के घर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो उनसे बात करते हैं और उनका सॉल्यूशन करते हैं। कहीं पर भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो पूरे ग्रुप के महिला लोग उनके पास जाके उनका कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है बात करके, कुछ हॉस्पिटल प्रॉब्लम है, घर का प्रॉब्लम है, पूरा सॉल्व करते हैं ग्रुप में। एक ग्रुप की वजह से ही हमको हिम्मत मिलती है कि एक ग्रुप है, केवल 10 मेंबर गए उनका प्रॉब्लम पूरा सॉल्व कर लेंगे। एक ग्रुप में आने के बाद ही हमने सीखा है। पहले तो औरतें घर से बाहर नहीं जाती थी, अभी ग्रुप में आने के बाद बाहर निकलना, लोगों से बातचीत करना, बाहर का भी जो भी कुछ है वो सब मालूम होता है हमको भी वैसा।
She's basically referring to actually what she was saying earlier. They got the confidence, the collectiveness, how to mingle with each other and how to support with each other in trouble times. So like that, they got the confidence and the encouragement and basically the awareness how to present themselves outside. Such things, such is the impact of the grouping system. This is the difference what she has been observing before and after.
Cost of 18 lakhs right I had brought, madam. 18 lakhs.
Madam, from wholesalers. Rice. No. Food security, she was talking about food security for the entire 750 members. So what she is saying is the worth of those food grains is 18 lakh rupees. So now they could able to transact 18 lakh rupees of financial management.
So $300,000 US.
So that too without men's help, only them.
Not men's help, madam, only
You have to individually they can buy the rice grain. It will very cost. If all everyone will come together and get a lot of rice. All the food members requirement and take them the food grains and distribute them.
for 1 year, madam. Every year. For 1 year.
And please translate. I come from Egypt. We have a lot of slums or informal areas even less inequality. But I hope I get this experience back to my country, and they are so beautiful and ideas and self-confidence, and I know we look like each other. So I'm going to take these pictures and the ideas and the documents back to Egypt, to the government, and I hope they can do something like that's what you are doing. I'm really touched. I like it very much.
ఆమె ఏం చెప్తున్నారంటే ఈజిప్ట్ నిన్ను చెప్తావమ్మా ఈజిప్ట్ దేశం నుంచి వచ్చింది ఆమె. ఇంత క్వాలిటీ కనుక మా దగ్గర కూడా అసలు అమ్ములు ఉన్నాయి. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళిద్దరు చూస్తుంటే వీళ్ళిద్దరు చూస్తుంటే నాలాగానే ఉన్నారు. మీ దగ్గర మీ ఆత్మవిశ్వాసాన్ని మీరు చేస్తున్న పనిని చూస్తే ఇది తీసుకుపోయి మా దగ్గర కూడా చేయాలనే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ నాకు వచ్చింది అని చెప్తున్నారు అని. మీరందరూ సపోర్ట్ కూడా
Excuse me, ma'am. What is the good name?
Sir, Mikey Martin, sir, that's
What is the good name?
you can join the
మరి పాలు పోసి వెయ్యాలో మర్తన నడిపే వెయ్యాలో రెక్కలెచ్చదాకా వెయ్యాలో రెక్కల పక్కల వెయ్యాలో పాకెవ కన్నీరు వెయ్యాలో కలవలై పాడే వెయ్యాలో
బంగారు బొమ్మ దొరికేనమ్మా ఈ వాడలోన చిత్తూ చిత్తూల బొమ్మ శివుడే ముద్దుల గుమ్మ బంగారు బొమ్మ దొరికేనమ్మా ఈ వాడలోన బంగారు బొమ్మ దొరికేనమ్మా ఈ వాడలోన తాగి బిందా తీసుకొని రమణి నీళ్ళకు పోతే తాగి బిందా తీసుకొని రమణి రాజు వచ్చినట్టు ఉయ్యాలో రాజు అయినట్టు ఉయ్యాలో రాజు వచ్చినట్టు ఉయ్యాలో రాజు అయినట్టు ఉయ్యాలో తండ్రికి గొడవని ఉయ్యాలో తండ్రికి గొడవని ఉయ్యాలో తల్లికి గొడవని ఉయ్యాలో
I don't know what is your experience. You can talk about the program and what are the suggestions also. And if you have any suggestions to make, or if there is any takeaway, that also you can talk. Anybody?
I come from Madagascar, with a country. It's an island in the Indian Ocean. We don't speak English, but I am trying to speak English with you. So I work in the municipality of the capital of Madagascar. In our city, there is program to take care for people too, especially for women and children. And we established a center who take care the women and children victims of violence, and who can help family to have employ. They are formed in business plan with which they can, for instance, sell or do manual work, and we give financial but little for them to begin their work. So it's, but they are not grouped yet. But I think that this experience is very good, and I encourage. I'm sorry for my English. I encourage you to succeed, and I pray every day for you. And if we can work together, it's very something that we can do together. I will be there to do that. Thank you very much. And I lecture social work students. And municipality of Durban, South Africa, decided to ask the university if we could help them get the new houses that they built to create community. And you know that women are community. So your program is of great interest to me because it shows how women can come together and support one another. At this community there are 4,500 families. They were all moved there because of landslides or living in dangerous areas. So they have no bonds, no contact. So by coming together like you have, they would be able to get support for one another. I really, really encourage your project. I think it's wonderful. And I'm so glad that you have shared it with us today. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
చాలా ఆనందపడ్డాను. మీ యొక్క గ్రూప్ ఫామ్ అయ్యి మీ యొక్క అందరూ కలిసికట్టుగా ఉండి మీరు చేసే కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఫుడ్ సెక్యూరిటీ నాకు చాలా ఎంకరేజింగ్ ఉందని తన అభిప్రాయాన్ని ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేసింది.
Hi, I'm Shreya from New Delhi. It has been a wonderful experience to see such fabulous integrity together. Hindi? अच्छा, मैं श्रेया हूँ, दिल्ली से आई हूँ और आप सबको एक साथ देखकर इतना अच्छा काम करते हुए देखकर इतना खुश देखकर बहुत अच्छा लगा और हम जाकर वापस कुछ ऐसा जरूर करने की कोशिश करेंगे और आपके लिए बहुत बहुत बेस्ट ऑफ लक. थैंक यू सो मच.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम रुचा है, मैं भी दिल्ली से हूँ और मैं इससे पहले भी 1-2 सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप देख, पर यहाँ पे जो बात है वो कहीं नहीं है. यहाँ मतलब जितनी खुशी आप लोग जितने खुश हैं उससे हमें जो खुशी मिल रही है मुझे एक्सपीरियंस कहीं नहीं हुआ है आज तक. बेस्ट ऑफ लक आप सभी को.
I'm Azza from Cairo, Egypt, and I am pleased to be here. And I hope maybe you or maybe your children, after they go to university, they can come to my country and be friends with my children.
ఏం చెప్పారంటే మీరు చాలా బాగున్నారు, మీ పిల్లలందరూ చదువుకొని వాళ్ళ యూనివర్సిటీలో చదవడానికి వస్తే బాగుంటుంది అని చెప్పారు. నా పేరు సాత్విక, నేను హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి వచ్చాను. సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్ గురించి మొత్తం పేపర్లో చదవడం, బుక్స్లో చదవడం, మీరంతా చూడడానికి నేను వచ్చాను. చాలా బాగుంది. నా పేరు సుజాత, నేను హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి వచ్చాను. మెట్రోపాలిస్ అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. అట్లే మీరందరూ కలుస్తున్నారంటే మీతో కలుద్దామని వచ్చాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
My name is Mary. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I worked for the government in Australia. But I'm very interested in your program because in the past 5 years I worked with governments in India on social inclusion, and what you are doing here is absolutely beautiful. Good work, ladies.
ఆస్ట్రేలియా నుంచి వచ్చిందని చెప్పారు. మీరు చేసే ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఇంక్లూజివ్, ఈ పొదుపు సంఘాలు ఇదంతా చాలా బాగుంది, నాకు చాలా బాగా నచ్చింది అని చెప్పారు.
So my name is Catarina. I come from Sao Paulo in Brazil. But actually I'm studying in Geneva in Switzerland, and I studied a lot about the self-help groups. They are very popular in Switzerland. People really come here to study. But it was the first time that I saw one for real, and it's amazing. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you very much.
I come from Barcelona, Spain. I really want to thank you, all of you, especially you girls, for being as you are, and for creating this wonderful self-help team. I think that you show us the way you need and I think you are the future and our hopes. Because of you, we can have a better society. Thank you so much. I'm really blessed being here. Thank you.
No, she's a great girl. She's so nice. Yeah. Do you want her phone number?
I think I do.
Oh, you
I do have
I should call her. అయితే ఉందంటే నా దగ్గర ఉన్న పేరు ఏంటి నాకు అర్థం కాదు పేరు ఈమె కరెక్ట్ ఊరు పెట్టేస్తుందా శ్రీకాంత్ భాయ్ ఇప్పటిదాకా ఇంకోటి వేసుకుని అది మనసు శిల్పారామంలో దాని కొన్ని ఫొటోస్ అవి పెట్టాము బ్యూటిఫుల్ నో ప్రాబ్లం అరే వీడియో రికార్డింగ్ తీసుకొని మన మొత్తము మినిట్ స్పీచ్ లాగా ఓకే నో చెప్తారా చెప్పమ్మా మీరు కూడా నో ఇట్ ఈస్ రెడీ అవైలబుల్ వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్ టు గో విల్ స్టార్ట్ నో ప్రాబ్లం బస్ 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 పెట్టమ్మా వచ్చేయండి ఒక నిమిషం రండి ఇట్లాంటి ఫోటో పట్టదనా చూడు తీసే సెంటర్లో ఒకసారి కొద్ది సైడ్ అందరూ ఒకసారి చేయండి ప్లీజ్ ఒకసారి అందరూ ఒకసారి ఓ అట వేసుకుని అందరూ 1 2 3 అంటే అందరూ ఒకసారి చేయి చూపించండి చూపించి గట్టి అరవాలి ఏదో అని anything shout, okay? On my count. 1 2 3, okay? 1 2 3. గట్టిగా అరవాలమ్మా కెమెరాలో తీయవాలి 2 3 థ్యాంక్ యూ
సక్సెస్ సాధించగలుగుతున్నాము.
చాలా
మీరు కూడా
ఇక్కడ ఫోన్ తీసుకోండి ఫోన్ ఎవరి దగ్గర ఉంది ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వండి మేడం చేతిమ్మా కొంచెం అన్న ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ అన్న
ఇంకో కూర ఇవ్వండి అమ్మా సింపుల్ డిజైన్ వేసేమ్మా నిండా వచ్చినట్టు సింపుల్ వేసాయి మేడం అమ్మా ఇంకా కూర తీయండి అమ్మా ఇంకా
ఇక్కడ అన్న ఇక్కడ అన్న You don't do anything unless it gets spoiled. We have a team. We have
But you got that no, I don't think right now because you buy the each one 50 rupees are expensive.
You buy it in a phone. You don't do it like.
Can we move?
Yeah.
కొంచెం అర్జెంట్ అమ్మా ఎందుకంటే ఫ్లైట్ టైం అవుతుందంట ప్రాబ్లం అయితే
హలో ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ ఏమని పిలవమ్మా అమ్మా కొంచెం జరగమ్మా అన్న అన్న కొంచెం కొంచెం కిందకినే పెట్టు అట్లా కిందకి లేదు అన్న కొంచెం ఇటు తిరిగమ్మా
కొద్దిగా పెడుతున్నానమ్మా వాళ్ళు అట్లానే అంటారు వాళ్ళకి ఫ్లైట్లో వాళ్ళు రేపు
కొద్దిగా పైకి
అక్కడ
అయిపోయిందమ్మా కట్టినా హౌ ఇస్ దిస్
It has to dry up.
After half an hour.
Automatically go out. Bye bye. Thank you. See you.
హైదరాబాద్ లో ఎక్కడ ఉంటారు తర్వాత మెట్టించుకోవచ్చు
మళ్ళీ వస్తుందా మేడం రాదు కదా
పెట్టుకుంటారు ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ జరిగి జరిగి నా ఫోటోస్ కోసం కాదమ్మా
మాకోసం వెయిట్ చేసా
ఇప్పుడు ఇచ్చుకోండి మేడం
అయిపోయింది
నో ప్రాబ్లం నో ప్రాబ్లం వెయిటింగ్
ఇక్కడ అయిపోయింది కదా అయిపోయింది
హలో
భవానీ
Somebody is asking something.
ఏం సార్ ఇట్లా అడుగు పెట్టలేరు ఏం చేయండి చల్లదు మీరు అది కూడా ఫోటో ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కడ పెట్టారు సార్ వెబ్సైట్ పెట్టారా
సార్ ఇప్పుడు ముంగట ఒక రన్నింగ్ ఉంటుంది ముగట్పల్లి అంటే మనం వెళ్ళే దారిలో ఇక్కడ మియాపూర్ ఎక్స్ రోడ్ దగ్గర రావాలి. మియాపూర్ ఎక్స్ రోడ్ దగ్గర ఒక నిమిషం స్టాప్ చేయమని చెప్తాను. డెలిగేట్స్ అంటే ఏదో ఆన్లైన్లో చేసుకోవాలి. అట్లాగే వెళ్ళిపోతారు రోజులు పెడతాం షాపింగ్ చేసుకుని ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ పోతున్నాం ఢిల్లీ. శిల్పరామేడే పోతాం సార్ మనం అంటే ముందర పోతే అందరూ చార్మినార్ బయట అక్కడే ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ పోతాం. 50 కిలోమీటర్స్ మేడం. నాట్ శిల్పారామం
Yes,
live in what we call housing commercial buildings. That would be subsidized. Would Australia take care of migrants also? Yes, migrant population. Of course, because a lot of migrants come and they can't get jobs, so they get the pension. They will give the presidency and they will wait they have to wait
还没收拾呢，还没收拾。
What do you call it? Henna? Henna. Here also? Hindi. Henna. Head. Yes, on the hair. So you liked it? No problem in interacting with them?
We just want to take a feedback.
फोन से ले रहे हैं एक बार और सर सर